Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel, The Lindsey Life. It's Chanina here, and today I'm coming at you with a video that I have not done in quite a while here about the Arise platform. This is not the Q&A video that I had mentioned on my previous video. However, I will be answering one question that I get asked about a lot, and the only reason that I am answering that question is because sometimes an explanation is not that satisfying, or a verbal description is not that satisfying. I am a visual learner, so I am the type of person that, depending on what it is you're explaining to me, if I'm not physically seeing it, then it just kind of goes right over my head. So the question that I am going to be answering in this video is about equipment. I decided that I'm just going to pretty much show you guys my basic setup, how I work from home, to give you a visual idea of the equipment that you may need for the client that you service. I am also going to be sharing with you the clients or the job types that are available on the Arise platform, not necessarily the name of the client due to the non-disclosure agreement, but I can share with you the initial cost and what type of company it is, whether it's retail or something like that. And a lot of these classes do start this month, some sooner than others, in the earlier part of the month, some in the later part of the month. And if you've experienced some type of job loss, or you've been out of work for a while, or you're just trying to make an extra income, now would be a good time to go ahead and get started, because although you may not generate the income yet for the holidays, by the time you go into the new year, you'll have income coming in, because it's November, and a lot of the courses, they range from about 4 to 8 weeks or so. So by the time January kicks in, you should be on your way to finishing up your certification class and bringing in a new income. Now, with the Arise platform, we are considered independent contractors. So we do supply our own equipment and things like that. The Arise platform gives us support, like technical support, or if you have any questions, if you need to take time off, things like that. So we're not considered standard employees, which is why we do have to pay for the certification class. So let me go ahead and get on into this, because I don't want this to be too long of a video for you guys. I know you guys got things to do, but I did want to share, because I do enjoy sharing information that's going to help someone, whether it's about Arise, couponing, or whatever. That is one of my passions, is just helping people in general, whether it's in a small way or a big way. And so I almost went into something else, but I'm sorry, y'all. So yeah, so that's the goal here today, is to hopefully give you something that you can use to apply to your own life. So one of the companies that is hiring is a tax type of company. If you enjoy assisting people with their taxes and things like that, there is a company that is available that you can start the certification class for on November the 28th. The cost for the certification class is $19.99. Now, one thing I do want to say before I continue is when choosing a client to service for, make sure that it works for your lifestyle. If you're looking for something a little bit more long-term, then go with a client who offers services throughout the year. If you're looking for short-term or something seasonal, then by all means choose a client that, provides products and services at a seasonal, on seasonal terms or short-term terms. Pick someone that works with your lifestyle and what you need, and the goals that will help you get to the goals that you need to achieve and things like that. So another company is a company that provides customer care to small and mid-sized businesses. They are also affiliated with a tax company. So, Again, they are looking for customer service / text. So if you have a strong skill in technical type of things, then this will definitely be something that you can look into. The initial cost for the certification class is $19.99, so we round it up to $20. And it starts November the 29th. Another company, this is fairly new. I've actually seen this one other time within the last few weeks of them updating the list of clients. And it's a pretty popular company. We all have heard of it. I wish I can just shout out what the name of it is, but it's a retail company, and they are looking for customer service and salespeople. Sometimes when they say sales, it can be like just upselling or things like that. You don't have to have like a strong background in sales, although in some cases, depending on the client that you choose, it can be very beneficial for you. I'm sorry, I had to log back in because the platform times out after a certain amount of time of no activity. So anyways, the initial cost for this certification class is $199.99. So we'll just say $200. And it does start on November the 27th. Another company involves home services like appliance repair and things like that. And right now it is only $99. I've seen this company before, and the cost for certification class has been higher than it is now. I've noticed that they're kind of going down on a lot of the prices around this time of the year. So it is definitely a good time to get started if you can, if you're able to. And they're also looking for customer service. It's a customer service type of position. So the initial cost is $99, and that class starts November 27th. Another company that is on the list of clients is a retail electricity provider. The initial cost for this company is $149, and for the certification class, it's $149, and this class actually starts in the next couple of days. It starts on the 7th. Today is November the 2nd, so we're at the top of November right now. If you are bilingual, there is a company here that provides home services as well, and it's customer service, and they are looking for bilingual speakers. The initial cost for this class is $19, and it starts November 17th. So right now, these are the types of companies that are listed on the Arise platform, and I do encourage you to take advantage of what's available. And then if you've already registered for an account, keep checking back to see what's been added to the list, things like that, because they change pretty often. Sometimes you'll see the same companies with a different class start date. Sometimes you'll see new ones. There was a couple on here yesterday that are no longer on here. So when you go and see something and then you go back and then it's no longer on the list, 9 times out of 10, that class has filled up. So you guys, it's free to register. I do encourage you to at least give it a try. There are a lot of great benefits to being partnered with Arise, from what I heard, compared to other virtual call center companies. And it's definitely something you can check out. I am coming up on my 1-year mark, and so I'm very excited about that. I know that some of you have asked me, is it long-term or short-term? It really depends on the client. Like I said, if you're looking for something more long-term, try to go with a client that offers services throughout the year versus seasonal. But if you're looking for something more short-term or seasonal, then of course, you go with one of those type of clients that you feel would fit best for your lifestyle, because that's what it's all about. Being able to work from home has a lot of pros. I mean, there are some things that a lot of people don't share, like you're always at home, and sometimes you may be in a position where you don't have no friends because you're always at home, things like that. But for the most part, it is definitely something to look into if you're in between jobs, if you've been out of a job for a long time and you just need something to start helping you get out of debt, start knocking down some bills that you may need to knock down, things that you need to do for your family, you know, it is just a really good opportunity to look into. So right now, I'm just gonna turn you guys around and show you my setup here. Since I am on break, I am gonna kind of close out some screens here so that, because I did have a question, someone asked me what client I actually worked for. I wish I could tell you guys, but you know how that goes. You don't want to share too much information that could jeopardize your livelihood. You know what I'm saying? So I am closing out some screens here really quick, and I'm just gonna turn you guys around to give you my basic desk setup. It's nothing fancy, it's basic, and you know, just to give you a visual of equipment and things like that. Okay, so I hope you guys can kind of see what's going on here. It is a little bit dark, but I do have the lamp on. Let me see if that'll make a difference. No, not really. But anyway, so okay, this is my desk setup. There has been a lot of you asking me about Wi-Fi connection and being hardwired in. Let me explain exactly what that is. Arise absolutely does not want you to use Wi-Fi connection because you will be dealing with personal information and things like that, and it has to be done over a secured network. Wi-Fi is not secured. It's kind of open, you know, and so they don't want you to be Wi-Fi. So hardwired in is basically, let me stand up here, maybe that'll give me some more lighting. Yeah, so hardwired in is this. So this cord right here goes directly from my laptop to the internet modem, which is over here. It's that little bitty box right there that has the two lights. So let's see. Oh, actually, this is the cable modem, but the internet modem, I don't know if you guys can see, is down there, and you can see that blue cord. It goes into the back of the modem, and so that's what I mean when I say hardwired in. And dual screen, you definitely want to do this. You're gonna be dealing with a lot of systems. And you want to be able to maneuver through the screens as fast as you can to keep your call time, you know, as in good standing, basically, because you don't want to, what you don't want to do is just have either just one laptop or one desktop, and then you've got all of these different systems that you have to maneuver through, and then your call time is too long. You want to be able to get through each system as quick as you can and through your screens as quick as you can to help you with your call time, because they do, that is one thing that they look at, is how long you're on the call. Now, they do give you a certain amount of time because they understand that some calls may take longer than others, but if one of the reasons that you can service your guest on the phone, you know, efficiently is because it's taking you a while to go from screen to screen and maneuver through the softwares and things like that, then, you know, that could play a part on your call time. So I do recommend getting a dual screen. Now, someone asked me, can you use a laptop or a desktop? I would recommend one or the other. I do not recommend using an all-in-one type of computer or a notepad. I would recommend just using a laptop, which is what I'm using. It is just a standard laptop. It's a Samsung. I've had it for years and it works just fine. I keep everything updated on my computer and, you know, it gets the job done. And this is actually a screen that I took from a desktop that I used to have where the hard drive doesn't work anymore. And so I've got it plugged in here. And this is the cord for that. So this goes directly from the laptop to the screen, okay? Now, my personal goal is to eventually get a desktop because it just holds more information and things like that, more memory and all that. But for right now, this is what'll work. As far as phones, you cannot use a cell phone, although you will need possibly need a smartphone for the client that you're servicing, because there are some security softwares or apps that you will have to download to your phone in order to get you through to the softwares or the programs that you're going to be using for your client. It's just for security purposes. Now for the screen, you don't have to go out and, necessarily spend a whole lot of money on a screen. I've seen them at thrift stores and pawn shops. So if you don't have a lot of money to work with, think about visiting one of those establishments, either a pawn shop or a thrift store, to see if maybe they have a screen that's compatible with either your desktop or your laptop. This one for me just happens to fit. It's actually a Dell screen, but this is a Samsung laptop, so it just worked out. So definitely look into that. And then the phone, this is the phone that I currently have. There are a lot of different types of like a call center like dial pads that you can order on Amazon, and I'll place some links under the video. I do have to let you know that they are affiliate links. So if you do make a purchase, then my family will receive a small commission. But for the most part, you can use just any phone that is a landline phone, meaning you have to have a home service plan. So right now, when I first started doing the Rise, we had Comcast. We had the bundle where we had internet, phone, and cable. Here, my mom has qptfwyr. So she has the cable, internet, and the phone. So the landline phone, meaning that this jack to this phone is plugged into the back of the modem of the cable box, okay? Now, I know that a lot of homes come with phone jacks, the old school phone jack from your house. That could work too. Excuse me, that could also work. So this is what I use for my phone, and this is basically what I use for my headset. I do plan on investing in a different headset because I do get a lot of clients that say that they can't hear me. So I don't know if it's the headset or if it's just the phone system, period. But anyways, this is what I'm starting out with. It's just your basic headset, and it plugs right here into the side of the phone. And that's what you're going to need. You're going to need a headset that plugs directly into the phone that you're using. And then you'll also need a headset that'll plug right into your computer or your desktop for your certification class, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of interaction during your certification class. It's a virtual classroom, so it's going to be you and some other people, and you're going to be doing like mock calls and practicing and things like that. And the instructor, if he or she asks a question, they're going to have to be able to hear you. So you definitely want to get you a headset that you can plug into your computer. Now, this is pretty much the setup. It's nothing fancy. These are items that I already had or was given to me. My IBO gave me the phone and the headset because that's what I was missing, and everything else I already had on my own. And then, the printer over here, which is something that I've already had on my own. I normally just use that to print out the invoices around the pay times, pay periods, because your IBO does send you invoices, or they're supposed to anyways. I've had some questions about that as well, but we're not going to get into that. But you're supposed to be receiving invoices to let you know exactly how much you're going to be getting paid, and I print them out and I keep them for my own personal records. So for those that are wondering, what type of equipment that you need to have and things like that, there are more details about it for each client. You just click on the info button. Make sure you read all of the information, because it's about doing your own research so that you get the correct information. Regardless of what I'm sharing with you, I always encourage you to go and look on the website, because I may have missed something. I'm human, I'm not perfect. So just in case I've missed something, always encourage you to go there and check out the information as well. And this is pretty much my basic setup, you guys. So hopefully you guys are thinking about joining the Arise platform. It's really something that you should look into. If you've been looking into it and you've just kind of been procrastinating, then stop procrastinating and go ahead and get started, because you never know how anything is going to work out unless you actually do it. So Thank you guys for visiting my channel. If you do have questions for the Q&A that we plan on bringing to you guys, you can also place those questions here under this video, or you can send me an email to the lindseylifeblog@gmail.com, and I will be happy to answer any questions that I feel need to be answered at that time, or I would be just happy to answer them in general. And then also, you know, it'll give me a chance to pass along some of those questions to IBOs for those that have questions for an IBO. So thank you for joining me, you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.